Welcome to the Presbyterian Research Center. My name is Monty Collier. One of the reasons this channel exists is to inform those who watch it that there was once a time in the history of the United States of America when Presbyterians were Calvinists. Because they were Calvinists, those Presbyterians identified the Pope to be Antichrist, Roman Catholicism to be rank heresy, and the Mass to be a blasphemous idolatry. Because the old Presbyterians were serious about sola scriptura and sola fide, they identified the theology of Thomas Aquinas to be heresy. By contrast, today we have nominal Presbyterians who celebrate the abysmal teachings of Thomas Aquinas and push scholastic theology upon their audiences. This stupidity has been forwarded by men like the late R.C. Sproul, his teacher John Gerstner, and even confused Baptists such as the late Norman Geisler. Here's what Martin Luther thought about Thomas Aquinas' theology, and I will read it to you because you will not hear this from Ligonier Ministries. Luther wrote the following quote, "Thomas wrote a great deal of heresy and is responsible for the reign of Aristotle, the destroyer of godly doctrine," end quote. Luther's Works, Volume 32, page 258. Now, Martin Luther and John Calvin were emphatically opposed to medieval scholasticism for the heresy that it is. Sadly, however, today we have men pretending to be reformed who push for the return of scholasticism. Here's what Luther advised young students of the Bible concerning that dark age theology from hell. Luther wrote, and I quote, "My advice has been that a young man avoid scholastic philosophy and theology like the very death of his soul," end quote. Luther's Works, Volume 32, page 258. Because of the great falling away in this land, Presbyterians no longer seriously read the Bible for themselves, no longer carefully test the sermons of their elders by Scripture alone, and do not read the writings of Martin Luther and John Calvin. Instead, they waste their time on a plethora of useless activities.